this video, I'm going to show you how you can build your own watch list that you can use across different aspects of MetaStock XENITH. This is called the monitor. This is what I'm looking at right now is a watch list that I've built. Now we're going to show you how to build your own and how you can make it your own by customizing it and going through and adding a lot of different information and such. Now there's two ways you could actually do a monitor, or three ways you could actually get to it. Actually, you could do it through the launcher, through tiles, or browser. So I recommend watching the other videos if you want to know how to access that. But I'm going to do this through the launcher. So if I go to right click on the X and go to launcher, you'll see it'll bring up this dialog box here where I can search for monitor. So I'll just go ahead and type that in, and that'll give me the option to bring up the monitor. Now when I do that, it'll bring up a blank view here. Now there's a lot of ways that you can start in the monitor. You can type in your own symbols, you can paste in, you could do from what's called a root list where you can expand out. In this example, we're just going to go through and we're going to add some different things. Now, the way I like to start and the way I want to show you how to do this is, one, if I wanted to, I could just go ahead and start typing symbols. So if I wanted to add Apple, I could just type in Apple, IBM, so forth, okay? So I could go through and do it that way. But what I want to do is actually start off, and I'll just click delete on any row to get rid of it, is I want to put what's called a header on there. So this allows me to segregate the data that I'm looking at. When I do that, I can do it one of two ways. When I type in here and I start to add, if I wanted to add a header, I could put an apostrophe, and then I could just type my stocks. And what that will do is it'll make a grouping, so I have the ability to segment them. So if I came down here and right-clicked and went to Insert Header Row, that does the same thing. So you can do it a few different ways. So if I went now to and said my futures, we can add that. So now I've got two segments in here. Then I could go in under my stocks and add some stocks that I want to look at. So I'll add Apple again. Let's see. Now you can imagine if you wanted to segment it by a list of stocks that you were trading and then the stocks of watch list, things like that. So you could do that absolutely. We'll just add a few more in here just to build it. And I just click into the list and build my list. And let's just do, okay. So there's like some examples there. Now down here, I could come in and add some futures. We'll just add in some commodities and futures. So let's see. YMC1 for, okay. So there's some examples. Now, if I wanted to save this so I could quickly access it, I could, oh, well, they actually, but sorry, excuse me, before I go there, I wanted to show you, now you can minimize and expand these as well. So if I had multiples in here, you could expand and contract them as you go through. So that's an option there as well. Now let's go ahead and save this. So my option right here is I could go File, Save As. And this name already exists. So we're going to give this a name, Demo 25. And we'll just do that. So now this list is saved as Demo 25. And if I choose my list down here, you'll see these are pre-built lists that I have created. So if I switch to Master Breadth Tiles, you'll see it switches to that. If I went to Europe FX1, you can see I've got my Europe FX1 list here. And then I could go back to Demo 25, and that gets me right back to where I want. Now, a few things that you can now do when you have your watch list expanded is you can actually add some content. Okay. If I went over to the plus sign here, you can keep adding to the watch list different functions and fields. So these are all the different functions and fields that may be available. Now, if I choose one, it may be available on some symbols, but not another. So it depends on what you're looking at and what you're getting. So I could add economic indicator details. I could add symbols. If I wanted to filter down and look for, say, the MACD, I could get for MACD values here and just click OK. And you'll see that's available on the equities here. So I have my MACD values here. If I wanted to add RSI, there's my RSI values. If I wanted to add Bollinger, I could get the Bollinger up and Bollinger band down values. Okay, so you can continue to add different things that may or may not be available. You'll just have to look at which ones are and how they're calculated on a specific one. Now, as you build these things, when you save it, if I were to go back and save this, it automatically saves for you. So if you come back to this, all those fields that you added in are going to be there. Over here on the left, you'll see you've got these little symbols. This tells you that you've got news on it. So if I clicked on it, it would pop open the news for Apple so I could quickly check it and look at it. Okay, so there's some great things that you can do with the monitor to be able to get in and access data and look at it. Now, this isn't everything you could do with the monitor. I encourage you to play around with it, look at it, but it's great for building your own lists. And then watch some of the other videos about how you can link the monitor to other things and actually build on it to help you get to your trades faster. So I hope you found this instructional. Successful trading, everybody.